The Fringe, only on late nights.
On CapeTalk.
Now, my next guest launched her website rather aptly on Valentine's Day this year, and at first blush, Vieber may seem like just another dating site, but founder Thirsa Damons insists it's not, and she's in studio to tell us why. Thirsa, welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
There are so many dating sites and dating apps out there. Why did you decide to launch another one?
First of all, Vieber is a matchmaker and not a dating site.
What's the difference?
The difference is, on a dating site, most of the people on the dating site, they do most of the work. Meaning you have to go out and look for a partner, swipe through profiles, scan through them, look for that specific person. And in most cases, you make a decision based only on a photo. And with a matchmaker, it's basically somebody else doing the labor for you. And also with that, your profile stays off the web, off the internet, and it's completely secure.
Okay, interesting. What was the impetus for launching this? What's the story behind it? There must be a story behind it.
Yes, the story behind it is I have quite a few professional friends who are single and, constantly saying that they don't know where to go to meet people. They're busy. They don't.
Is this men and women? Or?
Men and women.
Yeah.
Yes, men and women. And they're just too busy, and a lot of them has had stories of dating sites, and then I became single myself. So I thought, let me try and find out what this is about. And I literally registered myself on 5 sites, and then started to realize that a lot of the profiles on those sites are fake. A lot of them are fake profiles. It's not authentic people. You'll have one photo with 3 different names, appearing and reappearing. And besides that, it's overwhelming because it's so huge. You potentially get matched with somebody who's not even in the same town as you are. So you're talking to somebody overseas, or you're talking to somebody, you in Cape Town, you're talking to somebody in Johannesburg, and it's just not... I just found it a waste of time.
Okay.
Being busy myself.
Yeah, and you did a whole load of research around it, and these are the things you discovered. And so what was the next stage? How does one go about setting up a matchmaking site?
Yes. So how it actually started was, after going on the sites myself and finding how frustrating it is to search through all those profiles, I read on social media one day, there was an advert on social media, and a lot of the people on the site commented on the ad, and then they were saying, how they were done in by dating sites and scammers on dating sites, and how they've actually lost money, and how it just didn't work for them. And then I decided, let me have a look at how we can secure this. And then I started reading up on matchmaking and decided to start my own business and to start Vieber, which is a matchmaker.
Okay, and you can go to Vieber at vieber.coza. That's the website to kick you off, and we'll be finding out more about it just now. But if you are just joining us, my guest in studio is the founder of matchmaking site Vieber. Thirsa Damons launched on Valentine's Day of this year, rather aptly. Who's your target market?
But we have two segments that we are targeting, and that is the 25-year-olds to the 35-year-olds, and the 35-year-old to the 60-year-olds.
Okay, I'm in
so
that
I
one.
also wanted to be appealing to the younger generation.
And people have to have there's a criteria. They have to meet a criteria in order to sign up. Why was that important for you, and what is the criteria?
I think it's important to secure so that applicants onto the site understand that they are going to be safe, and that they are actually going to be matched with a real person. The criteria is important for us, and the criteria is you must not have a police record.
Okay.
You must be a professional person. You must be of a certain age, and you must be employed.
I also saw it said you must have a car.
Yes.
Why is that? I tell you now, if you set this up in London, you wouldn't get very far because nobody's got a car in London because they all travel on public transport. Why does one have to have a car?
I think the target market is somebody who is independent.
Okay.
Somebody who's independent, who has a career, who has who's financially sound, who can afford to do certain things. So it's basically the professional person that we are targeting.
So it's the car is being held up as a sort of a signal of or a trophy of professionalism and solvency and
not at all. I think today there are so many other means of transport and so many ways to get around. As you say, in London, people would jump on the train.
Yeah.
In Cape, you would take a Uber to get to your destination.
Is the car the deal? Is that a deal breaker?
I think transport. You must be able to take transport or have your own transport.
Okay, there we go. That's a massive relief to many people out there who are living their best lives in the CBD in these high-rise apartments, earning hundreds of thousands a week. You can't be bothered with a car because they just limo everywhere and all that sort of thing.
Yes.
Good. That's good to know. How do you ensure that the people who sign up really are who they say they are?
We do an interview and we also
face to face.
Yes, no, a telephonic. We do a telephonic call, but obviously we don't call everybody who logs onto the site.
Sure.
Who comes on and registers on the site. It's only once we've gone through the profiles and looked at your profile, the form that you complete on the site, will we then start calling you if we know that you are authentic.
Okay. How much does it cost? Because this is where people may think, well, what I can go onto Tinder and all this kind of thing for free. How much does it cost, and what are people actually paying for?
The difference between a matchmaker and a dating site is a matchmaker does the work for you.
Okay.
So you complete your profile. The matchmaker will search through the database to find, based on what you say, what you are looking for in terms of maybe religion, age, sexuality, whatever it is that your preference is in a partner.
How specific can you be, Thirsa?
You can't, but you can come as close as possible. It's not always possible, and that's why I say on the site, and we must not have unrealistic expectations.
So if I say, let's say, for example, Mali here was my dream man, which in some respects he is. If I said that I wanted a tall, dark, Xhosa-speaking man who worked in the broadcasting industry, is that too specific? Do we need to...
Yes.
Yes, okay. Sorry, Mali. It's over. It's over before it's begun. Okay. So what would...
Yes. So what we do is we try and match you as close as possible to what it is that you require, or what it is that you are looking for in a partner. And then also it's important to have that telephone conversation, to chat to you, and to find out who you are as a person as well.
Do you do background checks?
We don't.
Because how do you know that somebody doesn't have a police record?
We do check the ID documents.
Okay.
Yes. And sometimes it's because I've been researching, it's sometimes just so easy to spot what a fake profile is.
When you say a fake profile, because this isn't something that I've ever even been aware of, and back in the day I've been on dating apps and dating websites. I've met some real idiots, but I've never come across a fake profile. So that isn't something that I was aware of as being a thing.
Yes.
They're just, how common is that? When you say a fake profile, you mean that person, it's not actually a person. Doesn't exist. Who would set that up, and what is the benefit of that? For what purpose?
A fake profile is when somebody uses somebody else's pictures, upload those pictures and pretend to be that person. And there's different motives for doing that. Sometimes it's to gain money. A lot of
catfishing.
Yes, catfishing.
Okay.
And a lot of people are vulnerable because they are lonely.
Sure.
And people prey on that, and that is how they target women, or even men gets targeted in that manner. What I've discovered going on the different dating sites, it's always there's one picture, and then 3 days later that same picture has a different name.
Wow.
So, yes.
Sure, that is scary. Okay,
Yes.
so that's where you guys come in, to weed out all of this stuff.
Or you could even find married people on there. You know,
Listen, what do you mean you could even find? I'd say 50% of them are married. Cheeky devils.
Yes.
So how do you...
On Vieber we say, married people are not allowed to sign up. Vieber is for the specific professional group who is serious about finding a partner, and who want to be secure.
Yeah.
In searching for that person, and they do not want their profiles out onto the internet.
Which is fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah, which is fair enough in this day and age. So you act as the middleman or the middlewoman in that process. So how much does it cost?
We have different fees, and the listeners could go onto our website.
I'm going to go onto the website
and pull it up.
It's Vieber. It's Vieber, by the way. Vieber.co. I did bring it up earlier, but I didn't know you were going to be bashful about telling us about how much it costs. So I will do it instead. There's a fee structure.
Yes.
The 12-month membership is 2,400 Rand. That's a once-off. Or there's a 6-month membership, which is 1,500 Rand. Or monthly subscriptions of 12 and 6 months at 200 and 250 Rand accordingly. There we go.
So it's very affordable.
Yeah.
It's very affordable. And I think if you are busy, you're professional, and you are serious, about finding that person, paying to have somebody search through all those databases, you don't have to sit at work and swipe. I've seen people.
Yeah, I know there's people out. Yeah, I've seen people too.
At work sitting on Tinder swiping to a lot of profiles. We will do the work for you.
Okay.
You will do, and we'll try and match you as close as possible to what it is you require. And you know that when we send you out to it, John will be John. We've done those checks for you.
Okay, that is a relief. At Vieber.co. Where does the name come from?
Oh, my son came up with the name. My son came up with the name. He is very artistic. He just said, Mom, you need a name that's catchy and that is
catchy.
Yes, yeah.
Well done, son. How confident are you that the site has potential for longevity, particularly given that there are so many free options out there? And as much as people do want to be safe, as you said, there are some people who are vulnerable and they may not be able to, or may not feel they can afford that. And purely playing devil's advocate, somebody might say, but we're going backwards. We started the whole sort of dating process or matchmaking process years ago with matchmakers in this sense. And the reason that suddenly all these apps came out was to eliminate the middle person, but you're bringing it back in.
Yes. I think it's becoming more apparent that a lot of people are finding dating sites frustrating. If you go onto any social media site, you will read through the comments what people are actually saying, and that is what I've actually done. People are saying they are tired of being ripped off, they are tired of being scammed, they are tired of searching through a lot of profiles. With Vieber, I'm saying put a face to it. Let people know. Let people know this is Vieber, this is where I can reach them. I can pick up the phone, or I can call, or I can leave a message, and they will respond in terms of what it is I require. So it's about quality. It's not about quantity. Vieber is not for the masses. I'm not looking at starting a database with 2,000 people on.
Okay.
That's not what I want to do.
You don't want it to turn into plenty of fish type thing.
I want to know this is the person, and this is exactly, I want to be in control of what it is that we are doing. And that is why I also want a Vieber. I want a Vieber for Cape Town, a Vieber for Port Elizabeth, one for Johannesburg. Because I want to match people in the same city. We're on a dating site. You can set your location, but you could potentially also then be matched with somebody who's just visiting here for 2 days from the UK. Or somebody who is just here, married guy that's just here for business.
A married pilot, maybe. You never know. I'm just saying. I don't know. That may or may not be an experience of a friend of mine. I can't possibly say. Are you hoping that people find their happy ever after, or would you be just as content to know that people were using it for one night stands?
No, I really want people to find love, and I really want people to find that lasting relationship. It's not about a one night stand. I think there are sites for a one night stand. Vieber is not about that. Vieber is about actually assisting. And also why I've started that is because a lot of sites is not really to help people. I mean, I've registered, I've paid on some of those sites. It's just impossible to go to all those profiles. There's no face to it. If you find you've been, if you find that it's not what it is that you are looking for, there's no really, you can't pick up the phone and say, hi, I actually found 5 fake profiles. But with Vieber, it's personal, it's intimate, it's small, it's how can we assist you, how can we find that special person for you.
How many people have you got signed up so
I
far?
would prefer to not say that.
Oh, gosh, okay. Sure, okay.
Discreet.
Oh, it's very cloak and dagger. It's very cloak and dagger.
But we have people also have people that are signing up now from Port Elizabeth, as well as Johannesburg, Bloemfontein. At first, I only wanted it to be in Cape Town because I'm based in Cape Town, and I thought, let me help my circle of friends and people close to me. And then, because I'm from Port Elizababeth, people are like, Thirsa, why not in Port Elizabeth? Why are you only doing this for Cape Town?
Yeah, there's singles all over the place.
Yes.
Don't discriminate, Thirsa. So once again, then the website is called Vieber. Thirsa Damons is the founder, and if you want to, you can go and sign up and have a look around the website if that's something that appeals to you. I think is there anything else that you want to add?
I would like to tell the listeners, if you are looking for a relationship, or, if you are looking for an authentic person and you are tired of swiping left and right, go onto our website, read through the content and sign up and see what Vieber is all about.
Wonderful stuff. Vieber, that's Vieber.co.za. Thirsa, thanks so much for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you for having me.